Our favourite items to buy for our preppers pantry are as follows. Spaghetti. We're actually gluten free, but my little girl loves spaghetti, and Lidl's again is probably the best place to buy your pasta from. 500 grams here of spaghetti is 25p. That's really is a good price. It's also got a date of 2024 on it, so you've got a couple of years worth of storage for this pasta, so you can stock up on this stuff and it'll last for a couple of years. We're actually eating pasta that's 18 months past its sell by date at the minute, because we started sort of like looking at doing a prepping pantry 3 years ago, and it's not spoiled at all. It's absolutely fine. I think you can generally tell by how things look or how things smell or taste if they've started to decrease in nutritional value or have just gone off. But the likelihood with pasta is it will last, because it's a dry food, for a very long time. But yeah, definitely get a store of pasta for your preppers pantry, and they do stock quite nicely all flat on top of each other, whether it's the bags of the shells, twists or whatever. Another one that's worth stocking up on, again, this is a little price. This is 45p for 1 kilogram of rice, and again they'll stock quite nicely, store quite nicely. The date on them again is 2024. They could probably last beyond that. A lot of people, if they're going to keep rice for longer periods than a couple of years, will take them out the bags, put them into large food storage tubs, put some moisture absorbers in, and then just forget about it until they want to use it. They do say rice will last about 10 years if you've got something in to take away the moisture. Which I think at 45p a kilogram, that's still a cracking price. I don't think you can go wrong with that. One of my very favourites for storing, we didn't buy this yesterday because we've got loads of oats, but is oats. You can get 75p bags from Lidl's for a kilogram. These are actually organic oats, which come in at about £1.99 now. That's one of the cheaper ones at Aldi's, do the £1.99 oats. But what we like about oats is the versatility. Not only do they store well for a couple of years, again, you can flat pack them to keep lots of, flat pack into your pantry so you get lots of space filled with individual bags, is you can bulk out mince with them. The oats take on the flavour of the mince when you're cooking, and it even looks like mince. You can also eat them curled in an overnight porridge, as they call it, overnight oats, where you soak your oats in milk overnight, a bit of sugar, a bit of fruit or whatever you want on them, and in the morning they're soft and swollen and good to eat. You don't have to worry about heating them up. And also you can make really cheap oat milk, dairy-free vegan milk. Very, very simple to make. It's basically just blending the oats with a little bit of water, doing it through a muslin bag, and the end product is you've got oats to eat that's left in the bag, and in your collection tub you've got oat milk. It's a really cheap way of making milk, so if you ever run out, definitely oat milk's the way to go if you've run out of dairy milk. So yeah, oats definitely one for the preppers pantry. Another great carbohydrate. This was 37p for a family sized tin of peeled potatoes. There's very little in there apart from potatoes, a bit of ferment agent and some ascorbic acid, vitamin C for preservative. Good dates on them, a couple of years again, store well. You don't need much else other than a tin of potatoes and some meat and some vegetables to make a meal. And also these are great for slicing and frying up. You can even mash them down if you wanted to and make fish cakes or whatever. But again, as long as the tin isn't blown, these will probably go past the best used by date best before date for quite a few years, as long as the tin isn't blown. A couple of other items here from the Little Simply range, which are absolutely fantastically priced, and where it's short in stock, was 23p for a tin of rice pudding. It is actually made with home milk and skimmed milk, but 23p for a full tin of rice pudding, you can't really go wrong. Sweet treat for the kids. And also 16p for spaghetti loops. I don't know how they taste because I don't eat wheat, but it's certainly something, just tins to have in your cupboard for those rainy days And also, you know, the prices aren't going to stay down, especially with wheat products. They are going to go up because of issues that's in Ukraine, supply issues, and generally inflation and everything else that's going up. So, you know, buy now so you're not paying more later. Tinned vegetables are also a good buy to have in your stock cupboard, your prepping cupboard. They didn't actually have the cheaper Simply brand. They'd sold out yesterday of tomatoes. They're 28 pence normally. This was 45. This was the next cheapest one they had. But most of in our prepper cupboard, we've got the Simply tomatoes at 28 pence a can. I don't think people are now starting to actually prep and buy a few extra cans. So the cheaper brands have gone, especially in places like Asda, where you are actually limited to 3. I don't think you're limited to 3 at Lidl's yet, but I don't think it'll be very long. But if you start drip buying now and getting the odd can and packet, you won't ever have to sort of crash buy and stock up and all the rest of it, because you've done it gradually over a period of time. Other tinned vegetables. Sliced mushrooms. This was 65p a can. Didn't used to be a big fan of sliced mushrooms as a kid. They came out all slimy. We've tried some recently and they aren't too bad. I still prefer fresh mushrooms, but you've got canned vegetables you can put on your prepper's pantry and forget about. They're not too bad fried, put on top of a pizza, in an omelette, and it's protein in a tin. So, you know, definitely worth stocking up on a few of those. And sweet corn. This is quite a big can actually, for 49p. And the dates on this are 2024, so it's saying minimally you've got a good 3 years